Hi again, everybody. My name is Greg Anderson, and this is the Good Timekeeping Show with Greg Anderson. And today I want to do a brief overview of the AQ-S810W watch. It's available in certain color varieties out there, more than just this one. But this is the one I saw at a local Walmart store, and so I bought it. Walked out of the store a few minutes later with it, and it's just great. It costs a little bit less than this newer AQ-S820. You can find some deals on this one, and let me just quickly show you all the things it can do. First of all, in its regular timekeeping mode, you have the local time there on the analog hands, and then right there in the digital display, you have the time, hours, minutes, and seconds. But if I tap the search button, I can also have day of the week plus seconds. I can also have the date, the month and date with seconds there. And then you have this little animated thing looking here where 5 boxes are appearing and disappearing there on the side. So those are your options for your regular timekeeping mode. If I press the mode button, first thing it shows me is the state of the battery. See, this is a tough solar watch, so it automatically charges itself. There's a solar cell built into the face of the watch, and that's telling me the battery charge is high, so I'm in good shape there. As long as it stays on medium and high, everything should be fine. If it gets below medium, some of the functions start to shut down, so you want to make sure you give it some light. And with exposure to just normal lighting conditions as you live your life wearing this watch, it should be plenty of light to keep this thing charged. Then the world time mode, you can select any number of time zones around the world for your world time display right there. And if you forget which time zone you've selected, you can tap that search button. But if you tap the search button multiple times, you can change to a different time zone that you want there. Also, you can swap your world time and your local time by pressing these 2 upper buttons at the same time. So now it's changed. The mountain time zone of Denver is now my world time here, and my local time is going to be the time on these analog hands. That might be useful if you do a lot of traveling between certain time zones and you want to just quickly swap those. So I'm going to swap them back because, of course, I'm still in the Denver time zone for my regular timekeeping mode here. As I go to the next mode here, I have 5 alarms that I can set to go, and pretty straightforward as far as that goes, plus an hourly signal that I can turn on and off using this adjust button. So enjoy the 5 alarms. Has a countdown timer, which actually has 2 countdown timers. So there's countdown 1, countdown 2, and you can have it either go once or repeat up to 10 times. So have some fun with different combinations of the 2 different countdown timers. If you only want just a simple countdown timer, you can always set the second one to 0 and it will ignore that one. And like I said, up to 10 times repeating on. Typically, it will run the first countdown, followed immediately by the second one, and have just a couple beeps in between them. And then when it reaches the end, it will beep more to show you your countdowns are done. But so you can have it, again, repeat or not repeat with those 2 countdown settings. Stopwatch is pretty straightforward, hours, minutes, and seconds. And so that'll go all the way up to 60 minutes if you don't stop it, and then it'll reset and keep on going. Or you can stop and reset, very, very similar to what you'll find on other digital watch stopwatches. Also, I should mention the countdown timer. The maximum for either one of those 2 countdown settings is 99 minutes and 55 seconds, so almost 100 minutes. But you can, again, have any number of combinations of those countdowns. And now you're back to your normal timekeeping screen. The watch band, it's actually pretty good. It may not be quite as tough as a G-Shock, but not bad at all. 100 meters water resistant, also not quite as tough as a G-Shock. But on the back here, you've got your 4 little screws that hold this stamped metal case back on, and that is similar to a lot of G-Shock watches. The nice thing about this one is you might find it at a local store, but you can find it online for a good bargain. And I've helped you get an idea of this watch here. It's been out for a few years already, and this is kind of a newer version, which just looks a little bit different, but does basically all of the same things here. And so take your choice, but it's not bad. And so if you want one, go get it. And I hope you'll join me again here for another episode of the Good Timekeeping Show.